Okay, the kickoff changes have been put forward to the clubs. Conceding team will have the choice to kick off or receive. The 6-player bench has been put to the clubs. Coaches can only select 4 players. Still 8-inch changes. The no 7 tackle punishment. 20-metre play the ball when a player drops the ball over the try line. 6 again change. 6 again is awarded outside attacking team's 20-metre zone, not the 40-metre line, as it currently is. Timmy, what are your thoughts on the rule changes, mate?
They're all different. I don't love any of them at all. I hate a few of them. Like I think the kickoff change around conceding team will have the choice to kick off or receive. I don't think it's actually probably as big a change as people would make out. I don't think it changes a heap.
Okay, put it this way. Sorry to interrupt you, mate, because I think I know where you're going to go. If Penrith get to defend you again, they're going to bash the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I think
they'll attack with their defence.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, but if it did, I think people are like, oh, this is changing the fabric of the game. Everything's different. Sure, a little bit changes. I don't think it's as much as people think. But I think it's probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's possibly a way of the NRL trying to give teams on the back foot a little bit of opportunity to wrestle back momentum when they're really getting pummeled and go, all right, we want to receive and get through a set and kick down your end and try and reduce the impact of what you're doing when a big side have got a good roll on. But more than anything, I just think, like, why? Who's calling for this? Why does this need to happen? It's a classic NRL. You know, you bring it up every preseason, Kemby, but these potential rule changes get floated to the public and leaked about the same time every year as a way of, you've got a name for it, but testing the public's opinion, litmus test or whatever the hell it is. Anyway, why do we need to do that change?
Well, the thing I see is this is like, look, I don't know who came up with the rule change. Maybe they know footy in and out. But if you don't have the energy to keep a team in their 40 after a kickoff, what do you think's going to happen to you when Penrith Panthers have a fucking hard-on and they've just scored a try on you and you decide to run the ball off a kickoff? They're going to say, boys, fucking beautiful. We'll keep these blokes in their 20 and we're going to bash the fuck out of them. You know how demoralising that is? Look, I understand the surface level idea that you can break momentum, and maybe they've got access to way more math and stats than I've got. I just know as a former player, it feels weird now saying that because it's been so long, but I'd almost love nothing. Like, I just think back to the team that I was playing with, and for a very short time, guys, I know I'm fucking nobody compared to these guys. I just know Shane Webke and Petro and Brad Thorne and Tony Carroll would froth at the bit to get a shot at these boys after a try because, like, you've already got all this momentum, so they're probably not gassed. Like, what gasses your defence? You've got all this momentum, you're fresh as a daisy, you've just scored a try, you're going down there going, boys, we get a fucking free shot at these guys after we've already broken them. You break them even more, in my opinion.
Keep them in their 20, you're then attacking from halfway because the shit kick gets put away.
And you've bashed them too. Like, when you've got the ball, it's very hard to bash someone. If you're sitting behind the line, you're Nathan Cleary, and sorry, you've converted or whatever, or you're speaking to the boys, and you just go, oi, Moses, give us 60 seconds. 60 seconds of fucking bashing these blokes. You won't just not change your momentum. You'll completely demoralise the team. How often do we watch in Origin where a try is scored or whatever or the start of the game where one team is so much more intense? I mean, this year's Origin, Game 3, they couldn't get out of their half. And I actually think people think momentum's created with attack. I actually think momentum is created with defence. I really do. Why are all the best defensive sides usually the premiership winners? So I actually don't think it's going to have the effect that people think it is. I really don't. I'd love to get your thoughts, Sammy. What do you think?
No, I'm with you. I think it's a good point that you make. Having to defend again straight away, very, very, very tough.
A fresh, so you score a try. Yeah. You get the boys together. You're sitting behind the fence, your 2 front rowers and your edge back rollers or whatever. And you're going, boys, we've got 60 seconds. We bash these blokes and keep them in their 20.
Keep them down there.
They are fucked.
Yeah.
Whereas on the flip side, if you're kicking to the opposition after they've scored, you can say that to your boys, 60 seconds, keep them in their 30.
Let's go. Force an error.
Force an error. If you don't have the energy to do that in defence, what makes you think you're going to run hard enough to crack their defence?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's such a push. We're so focused on attack in today's game that we're not actually thinking about the importance of defence and how much it dictates the game. Like, defence wins premierships. We say it every single year.
Yeah.
As I said a couple times now, but if you don't have the mental toughness to get up and hold someone in their own half for 40 metres just because they're so good, you are absolutely not getting out of your 20. They will bash the shit out of you.
On Timmy's point, though, it seems like what problem are we trying to solve by introducing this tweak to the rule? What's wrong with the way that we've kind of been doing? When I first saw there was going to be a proposed kickoff change, I thought they might be throwing out the, shortening the distance that people can kind of run, a bit like they do in the NFL now, how they've kind of tweaked that over the last couple of years. I don't want to see that, by the way, because it had such theatre, especially at the start of big games and whatever. But this one really surprised me. I was like, I haven't heard one person kind of throw it up in the past. Or
Didn't we just have our, I know people don't like to say it because it's the Brisbane Broncos or whatever, but didn't we just have one of our best final series ever by a Broncos team that wrangled back momentum?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Through what? Grit, determination, toughness, fitness. I don't know. I think it's a bit of a pointless one.
Yeah.
Matty, just quickly, thoughts, mate?
It might kill the comeback, which that's devastating. There's nothing better than, as you said, we just saw it in the finals. Teams coming back in the last 15 minutes, try. That will pretty much die. That's shit.
As I said, I can only speak from my experience, but I just know that the boys in the forward pack that I was fortunate enough to play a few games in, they would love nothing more than to have an opportunity to defend against you after they've just scored a try, because then they just break your back.
Yeah,
they just break your back. The six player bench, boys. I
saw your post about this.
Yeah. I don't know where I sit on this, man. I worry we lose the utility. And I know some people have pushed back on that and said, okay, they would carry utility. They just might or might not use them. I just don't know if they would carry as much of a utility. I really think so. I'm trying to think. You'd go 4 forwards.
Yep.
Really, pretty much, wouldn't you?
Yep.
You go probably 2 front rowers, 2 edge, 3 front rowers, 1 edge, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, just 4 forwards. You'd go an outside back that can cover everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go a half that can cover 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then
there's your 6.
There's your 6 right there. Or, sorry, you'd go 4 forward. So you'd have a 9 for sure. Well, not for sure, but there you go. Yeah. So where's the spot to carry a genuine utility? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because some people say, no, you actually would. But I'm like, okay, so you got your not. If you've splitting, if you've got a genuine 9 that's splitting, you got your 9, you got your 3 forwards, your outside back, and your half.
Yeah. Well, is it the kind of role you got there, the half? Is that the one that you'd be leading?
So I'd be going a dedicated half on the bench.
Yeah.
The level you drop when you lose a genuine 7.
Definitely, yeah.
Is freaking huge.
Yeah.
But why would you carry utility?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you would when you've got an outside back there's a lot of outside backs that can play centre, wing, fullback. There's a lot.
Yeah.
You've got enough to have specialists in all those roles. So why you don't really need the jack of all
But isn't the beauty of our game the mental toughness to be able to...
Well, it's like, it doesn't devalue someone like Tyron Wishart, or it does devalue someone like Tyron Wishart, but under that setup, you can still have Tyron Wishart on your bench that covers all these positions, and he's a gun and can cover so much, but you don't need Tyron Wishart. Like every club would kill for a Tyron Wishart as their 14. They can now cover that. So it's still damn good to have him, but you don't need him.
Yeah, for example, let's say Wishart was at the Raiders, because I just thought of the Raiders. You've got Starling, Owen Paddy for sure. Some kind of rotation there. And let's say you've got Sanders at 7. You're carrying Kobe Black, aren't you? Yeah. Rather than Wishart. Probably.
For sure.
Is that wrong?
Especially at the Raiders example, where we don't really have a ready-made replacement in the halves. You'd nearly have to move Kaya Weeks to 5'8" or something. So yeah, you'd carry an out-and-out half.
And I know Wishart is a better 6 than Kobe Black is at the moment, but I'm just saying, when you're looking at the squad makeup, I'm trying to think. Wishart's a tough one, because I think he's actually a genuine 6.
He's so damn good.
Yeah. But for most of the players, I don't know.
I like having I think it will, to answer your question that you asked on your post, will it kind of kill the utility? Feels like it probably will. And I really like the kind of the game of chess and the tactics that go along with how am I going to balance my bench and who is that guy that I'm going to throw on there, and particularly around Origin times.
It's biggest talking point this year.
It's probably the biggest selection talking point that you just about have most years, is who's going to fill that 14 role, or who can do the role, and it always gets the most opinions about if they got it right or wrong.
That's a great point in Origin, because let's say you've got Cleary and Moses, then you can afford to carry Luai or something. You're not going to carry a utility there, are you?
Origin series have been won and lost on just picking incorrect benches over the years. It's or had a massive impact on it. A 6-player bench does really hurt the fabric of the game. The game changes dramatically.
Yeah. It's a good point.
And then you're also going to have two blokes each week who are just going to sit there in the full kit
game
and
time.
do nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
You know, I don't know. There's always an 18th man and things like that as well. But yeah, for me, I like the thought and the just the craft that goes into the 14 and the balancing of the side. So I don't know if I love that one.
I understand from a head knocks kind of perspective, because the game has changed where more people do get taken off. But surely we could just make it easier to activate 18th mans or something like that.
So here's what I think. I would just do, because it's currently, 3 head knocks to activate the 18th man? Make it 2.
Yeah.
Like, they're so prevalent in today's game. We want to look after players and the longevity of the game, future-proof it sort of thing. Make it 2. Like, if the doctors come off, and again, you're going to have issues of, do they fake head knocks and all that sort of shit, but all things being equal, 2 head knocks and you can activate the 18th man, because I suppose a big part of what they're doing here is they don't want to see, you still only get the same amount of interchanges being 8, but there are times where there's 2 head knocks early and an injury, and a team are down to 1 player on the bench, and it can be 20 minutes into the first half, and you're like, you're not winning this game.
Yeah.
So it covers a little bit more there. I think just make it 2 head knocks, then you can activate the 18th man. But mate, my biggest issue with it, and there are a few, we need to strengthen the game, and we need to strengthen the lower grades. If you have an extra 2 players on the bench each week that are playing 0 minutes...
And they're key players too.
And key players. I assume you probably don't have your sort of 18th man, sort of that probably goes away because you've got 6 to choose from. But that's, in an 18-team competition from when the Bears are in and then PNG to come as well, that's 36 players, which is 2 full NRL teams that you're taking out of the lower grades. That comes out of New South Wales Cup and or Queensland Cup.
Jeez, that's a great point.
And then from there, you take... That's impacting Ron Massey Cup. That is impacting Jersey Flag. And every grade gets weaker. And on top of that, you've got 2 players per week. Keeping in mind, there's already teams who... We see it all the time where a player doesn't get any minutes in a game. There could be 3 players a week that are getting 0 minutes under their belt. It just stinks on all levels.
It's a really good point about reserve grade, because I stand by this. Look, I'm happy for the boys that they got this, and I understand from a sponsorship perspective it was sexy and all that stuff. I think the under-20s comp hurt the game's development massively. I think they should have invested way more in the reserve grade comps. I know they're different organisations or whatever, but I'll never forget when that under-20s comp came in, you had some of our games that ended up being the biggest superstars in the game who would come into first grade and be like in and out the first year because they were so used to playing against boys, like genuine, like none of the forwards were really, unless you're a world beater, were really ready to go. Whereas I felt like back in the day, and maybe I'm being super biased, like, yeah, back in my day or whatever, but you got taught those tough lessons in reserve grade, like just little things like playing against men in the middle in a physical game. Like I'll never forget when I made my Clydesdale debut, and the difference between that and under 19s was like playing against men, it's not even close to this. I understand the under 20s is all about being fast and that, but you're not really preparing yourself for a like product, in my opinion.
Well, you could use countless examples. Let's use the Dragons, for example, where let's say Kyle Flanagan and Daniel Atkinson are the starting halves. You want to carry, as we said, we'd assume you'd probably carry an out-and-out halfback on your bench. Let's say King Tonga.
Yep.
If he's on your bench, this is a bloke who's developing his game. There will be stages where he'll go 2-3 weeks without
really a whole season.
Clubs would need to manage them and get time under their belt. So they couldn't have him there for any more than 2 to 3 weeks, even though he's the best backup, because he needs to be playing some football. I suppose what...
You always want to be carrying the best 7. That's the whole point.
There would be... And again, I know it's hard when teams travel, but there'd be circumstances where, like, all right, a Dragons...
The game's after.
Yeah, they sit on the bench, they probably aren't going to get on, and then they go and play cut the next day. But again, when teams are travelling or when the cut play before the NRL team, that's not always going to align. But the problem there's still going to be an issue where they're not playing for 3 weeks in a row.
The tough thing, though, is like the reason we've extended the bench is so when that problem happens, you have your best guy there. And so, like, the 1 week where you go, all right, let's get you some game time in Rezzies. He's not there.
Yeah.
Fuck. Then you've got some guy that's like 3 levels that shouldn't even be playing first grade yet, maybe, So you might even be hurting their development. So, okay, so for example, let's say you've got King Tonga and there's another guy, he's 18 years old. Yeah, he's got to have a lot of future, whatever. But because we need to get King Tonga game, but we need a genuine half to be on the bench, we bring him up, we sit him there just to kind of, and then he gets an opportunity because someone goes down. Like, you could argue, okay, maybe you don't carry a 7, but then it's like, okay, we're weakening ourselves there. Like, That you're right. Like I agree with you. That really will change the fabric of the game. And just quickly as well, like part of the glory of rugby league is watching a battler go out there, play in a position he's not normally supposed to, and do something great.
Yeah.
Like that's part of what, like the reason we all love rugby league. The point of difference we have with a lot of other sports is not finesse, it's not skill, it's the mental toughness side of it. That's the difference between rugby league and other sports that we offer. Is like, not only do you have to be fitter than anything, more powerful than anything, skillful, fit, all that stuff, you've got to be mentally tough. You cannot play first grade and not be mentally tough. And so that's why we celebrate it so much. And I just wonder, like, you know, you lose that moment where Connor Watson goes on as a number 6 or something like that and absolutely rips. And it's like, oh my God, he won us the game in the last 20 minutes as a utility. He was supposed to play this, that.
When a big bopper goes to centre and defends Latrell Mitchell or something and does
Kurt Catewell or some shit in Origin.
Yeah.
You're going to lose those moments. No 7 tackle punishment. Play the ball when a player drops the ball over the line. I actually like this one. I think it's mental. If you go to score a try, you drop it and there's a 7 tackle set, I think that's crazy.
Too harsh punishment, isn't it?
Sure.
Like, why should you be penalised for trying to score tries?
They should change the field goal one. Why do you get 7 tackles if you miss? If the other team misses, like if your team misses a field goal, then how's that a 7 tackle set?
Yeah, only thing I can think of is they're trying to promote people trying to go for tries, I guess. Like maybe, but I'm with you. So yeah, I think they do change the no 7 tackle punishment. 6 again change awarded outside attacking teams 20 metre zone, not the 40 metre zone as it currently is. So that would be reduced to the 20 metre zone?
I'm still getting my head around this a little bit, I'll be honest.
Well, the NRL clubs sent an email in asking for more clarity around that one, and I'm glad they did because I still don't really get it.
I need more.
6 agains awarded outside attacking teams 20 metre zone, not the 40 metre zone line is currently is.
So I think
it's being reduced from 40 to 20.
Yeah, when you were coming out of trouble, it was never a 6 again because remember how teams would just lie over and... So now it's instead of the 40, it's the 20. So I don't know why they'd go back. I don't know why they reduced. I disagree with that rule.
Yeah, I disagree. I liked the fact that we'd found a pretty good balance. Look, I still think that I understand it was brought into, change the wrestle and it's done that, and that's why I like it. There is some part of me that's like, has it really, like when I see teams just lying on oppositions when they're in their own 10 metre line, like when you're defending a line, I just I wish there was some way where a team could go penalty, like we want the kick a goal, or something more drastic than the whole, lie on a player, 6 again, lie on a player on the first tackle again, 6 again. Anyway, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's hit a roadblock, so the clubs are opposed to this proposed rule. So this is the kickoff one. So I don't think the kickoff one's going to go ahead. But bit of a mixed bag for me.
Yeah. Back to Timmy's initial point. Most of them, with the exception of maybe the 7 tackle one, the rest of them, I don't really. Yeah.
Well, the thing that tears me up, what makes me most torn is I think my bigger priority is can we just leave it for now? I feel like we just had such a great year. It's
going good.
Can we just let it settle and then maybe consider these changes? For example, let's say they were all implemented. Do you know how hard it would be to be a recruitment officer at a club? Look what happened to the Roosters a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
All those 6 agains happened. Manly Seagulls turned into the best team in the history of mankind, even though they didn't go on to win it. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Melbourne Storm have all these record wins or whatever. So the Roosters go, okay, well, the ruck speed is increased tenfold nearly. I mean, that's exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going to go out and recruit all these ball runners. And then the next season, they go, actually, we're going to bring it back to closer to what the old footy used to be. So, as a recruitment officer, you're sitting there going, fuck, how do I land the right squad makeup when these rules are changing all the time?
And then at the end of the day, it's it's good to change, give fans hopefully what they want is what they should be trying to do. It's rugby league is a business. Clubs are trying to run businesses. Yeah. It's screwing us.
I don't think there was anyone really. Was there anyone really calling for that much change after last year's season? I don't think there was. I really don't think there was. So that's what's making us grumpy or not. Grumpycoffee.com.au, guys.